video on the MMA Casual YouTube channel. Today, this morning actually, the Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov fight night card happened. I don't know. This is kind of like a mid card. I didn't get to watch the beginning of it because I was asleep and I was not getting up at 6 o'clock. To watch Hamburger Abdelwahib versus Jamal Jamal Pogues. But yeah. Anyways, speaking of fight, oh my god, I get so. I had Jamal Pogues winning a decision. He should have won the decision, 29-28. But I mean, I guess I can't really say a lot because I didn't watch the fight. I just heard of what happened. And I picked Jamal Pogues because I thought that he would be able to use his striking to outstrike Hamdi Abdel Wahab. Where if you if you look at him, this dude has been off for like 2 years because he failed a drug test. And yeah, that is just it. I don't even know. I think he beat Don'Tale Mays, which is not a flex. He beat Don'Tale Mays, but whatever. He won, shouldn't have won. I'm counting this as right because Jamal Pogues should have won. Hamdi Abdel would have won had he wrestled after the first round. Because he shot a takedown in the first round and then just didn't do any wrestling in the second 2 rounds, which Jamal Pogues then clearly outstruck him both rounds. So he should have won 29-28, but he didn't. The scorecards were weird though. Like there's one scorecard that that had it 29-28. Abdel Wahab, but they scored rounds 2 and 3 for him, and they scored round 1 for Jamal Pogues, which he didn't win. So I don't know. But one ref had it, or not ref, one judge had it 30-27 Jamal. Make it make sense. I don't know. Next fight, we have Bogdan Grad versus Lucas Alexander. Again, did not watch this fight. I picked Lucas Alexander to win a decision because last it must have been a glitched record that I looked at because I looked at Bogdan Grad, and okay, no, he's 15-2. Okay, I probably would have picked him had I known he's 15-2. I looked at a record that said he was 1-0. Like, why is this dude here? But anyways, he's here. Go back. I want to go back. Go back. Anyways, Bogdan Grad won. Lucas Alexander won the first round. Even though Bogdan Grad got a couple takedowns, I think Lucas Alexander won. I heard Bogdan Grad, he pressures. He's a really nice pressure fighter. But yeah, look at this. This is the almost Lucas Alexander almost made it out of the third round or second round. Maybe he could have come back, but it is what it is. Bogdan Grad wins. Next fight, Jasmine Jasuda Vicious versus Maria Buona Silva. This was surprising and not surprising. I heard, and I'm gonna say I heard for like the next little bit. But you can't really. I'm starting to think that Maria Buona Silva is not that good. Like I know Jasmine Jasuda Vicious, this solidified her as like a top 10 contender in the flyweight division. However, distance clinch round. Okay, that doesn't make sense. But you know, Buona Silva barely threw anything. Like, I know Jasmine got takedowns in all of her rounds, but like, I was expecting like, okay, at least there was one sub attempt the whole time, and it was in the first round. If you're Buona Silva, you have to throw up more because she just got wrestled the whole time. She got wrestled. She got beat on the ground. I think. But yeah, disappointing from her. I picked her over Macy Chase and I think she would have won that if the cut on her forehead wasn't as bad. That cut was really bad, so I had to get stopped, and it was turning into a fun fight. And I just dropped a couple on the ground. Okay, but yeah, it is what it is. Oh, why don't let me get some. We gotta pump up the beats. Yeah, there we go. But anyways, Jasmine Jasuda Vicious. I did pick her to win a decision. I decided to be a little more competitive than a 30-27. Anyways, next one. Terrence McKinney versus Damir Hadzovic. I love Terrence McKinney. I picked him first round KO. He delivered just a really nice ground and pound. He jumped a Gilly in round 1, and then that led to a ground sequence that he just beat the shit out of Hadzovic. Really not a whole lot to say about it. Alright, and then next fight, Shamil, the $5 meal deal, Gaziev. I didn't watch the fight, but that was crazy. At least these are the numbers I expected. I expected Thomas Peterson to be a little better than Gaziev on the feet, but I also did not expect Gaziev to just be shooting no takedowns. He didn't shoot any takedowns. However, the knockout that he had, it was just boom, and just not flatline him, but he was just on there like what happened. But yeah, that was. I picked Gaziev by decision. He won by KO. I like that. And now the last prelim fight, Muhammad Naimov versus Khan Ofli. I don't understand how Marion Santos, who beat Khan Ofli in the Ultimate Fighter finale on the Cannonier Borrallo card, or Bahio, I don't understand how he's fighting. And I know it was for like a bounce back fight for Naimov because he got submitted by Felipe Lima. But I still don't understand why Khan Ofli, because what if Khan Ofli got the upset over Naimov, then he's already more advanced in his career than Marion Santos is, and Marion Santos beat Khan Ofli. So I didn't understand the matchmaking, but it doesn't matter because Naimov 30-27, Khan Ofli. I did wake up. I woke up and I watched like the last round and a half of this fight. And this was just like, it got like they were just clinching and they were just doing nothing. Ofli was holding Naimov up against the fence and doing nothing with it. Like strike position, clinch. The thing was round 2. Yeah. 5 strikes in the clinch. It was rough. Yeah, and I have like things written down because I'm not remembering this all from the fight. In round 3, Khan Ofli just fell to his knees. He was like, that might have been the saddest thing I've seen him. It was rough. Because Khan Ofli just kind of fell onto his knees, shooting a takedown. And then he fell right into Naimov's crotch, and then Naimov just fell forward, and he got top position for the rest of round 3. That was rough. But I picked Naimov by decision because Khan Ofli should not be fighting Muhammad Naimov. That's just not how that should be going. Anyways, the main card opener, Fares Ziam versus Mike Davis. I did pick Mike Davis to win by decision. He lost. What was the other fight? Oh yeah. The fight after this, actually. I'll get to that. But this was similar kind of to the Oliveira Nurmagomedov fight, just because both Nurmagomedov and Davis were coming off of long, like Davis tore his bicep training for the judo, or in his training camp for the Drew Dober fight. And then, but yeah, he's been on a long layoff. Nurmagomedov has been on a long layoff, and they both lost. But I picked Davis to win. I thought he would get close to finishing Ziam, which he, to be fair, he did. Like in the second round, Ziam just, he had his knee just fully inverted like this in a calf slicer, and he had him in that calf slicer for like a minute and a half, and it was, this dude's knees are just rubber. I don't get it. I don't know what the reach is, but it's fine. No, I wrote down Ferris Ziam came out really well. You could tell like Davis was jumping guard. He was pulling guard, and it was like, that's not the Mike Davis that, I mean, he's been off for a while, so he might have been a little like rusty. He was rusty. I still think Mike Davis has potential to be ranked. He's a really good fighter. He just got thrown to a guy who probably should be in the top 15. Like, I don't know. I think lightweight is a really stacked division in terms of how many people can be ranked, and I know a lot of people, like, I see all these fights to make next, and literally like every time a lightweight gets a win, they're like, it's like, oh, Jalen Turner, oh, Beneil Dariush, oh, Benoit Saint Denis. It's like, no, like you gotta make them fight each other. Like, I like the Esteban Ribovic and Nasrat Haqparast fight. That's what you should be doing. I do think that this is a quality, that this win is the quality of getting a ranked opponent next. So I think Ziam will get an opponent next. I think it's close, because I think if Ziam was able to go out and finish Davis, which he did get really close to doing, Davis never really got like wobbled or anything, but Ziam was like, he cut him open bad. But yeah, first round, like, Davis was going for takedowns, and Ziam was just shrugging him off and reversing it. And it was like almost scary. Like, I was like, this could be over this round. This could be a round one finish. But Ziam is not known really for finishing fights, other than the Frivola fight. He changed that. He lifted his knee like 7 feet up in the air, caught Frivola, and knocked him out cold. But before that, he was like decision. He would just kind of like, he would kick at you at range and then just rush into the clinch and just keep you there. This fight, he showed a lot more confidence in himself on the feet, which I'm happy, because even though I picked Mike Davis, I think I'm happy for SCM that he's, the Frivola knockout wasn't just like a flash in the pan. He's dangerous. CM is really dangerous. But the last minute of round one, Ziam got confident and he threw like I think it was a right hook, and Davis slipped it, and he just picked, it looked like something out of WWE, like they do the big looping punch and they just duck, and he just ragdolled Ziam to the ground and got back control. Like, that's when I was like, oh shit, this fight might not be over. And then what, second round? Oh yeah, Renato Moicano, he tweeted that was a tough round to score. I did not think that was a tough round to score. Like, Ziam clearly outstruck Davis. They were 1-for-1 on takedowns, more significant strikes. Like, it was not close. Ziam, that was for sure round one for Ziam. Second round, Davis came out so much better. He had that one warm-up round, and he came out and he was like, I think I understand it now. And he came out and he landed a beautiful 4-piece on Ziam. That kind of got Ziam's attention. I hate saying Ziam, because every time I feel like I'm saying it different. But no, Davis, he had a cut. I think it was like right here. That was just spewing blood, and it was like there was some dark blood too. And I was like, oh my god, they might have to stop this. Like not because the cut was bad, just there was so much blood coming out of his head that they might have had to stop it just for like the well-being, that we don't want him to actually just bleed out on the canvas. Oh yeah, Ziam he marobbed Mike Davis. Here, let me make my camera a little smaller. There. Oh, no. he ragdolled Mike Davis. He picked him up like a baby and just carried him across and then just laid him down. But yeah, no, the calf slicer, Mike Davis he had a lot of, like, he was going for, like, he had 2 or 3, like, toe hold attempts on Ferris Ziam, and then he put him into a calf slicer that he just held in position for, like, a minute and a half until Ziam got out. But, like, that dude, I don't know what's up with his knees. He's got some rubber, like, Gumby knees, like they're made out of clay or something. And then similar to the first round, except opposite, Ziam in the last minute took over. He had him on the ground, he stood him up and just started piecing him up. But yeah, round two, watching it, I did have Mike Davis winning. Just because of how much danger, and listen, if you put that calf slicer on a normal human being, they are tapping or they're tearing everything in their knee, and then you'll have to stop it due to injury. Like, but he's Ferris Ziam, so he just is immune to calf slicers. That's why I think he won the first round, or second round. I had it 29-28 Ziam. They scored at 30-27, I think. Yeah, and then really, Mike Davis just, he gassed. He gassed in the third, which, I mean, fair enough. He lost like half of his body's worth of blood coming out of his forehead. But yeah, this fight, the second round was good because of the danger they were in, but other than that, it was a lot of just, like, the third round, Ziam took him down, held him there. He did reverse. He got top position for a little bit, and then Ziam just flipped him back. But yeah. I thought it was going to be a much closer fight on the feet, and to be honest, a lot of this fight was on the ground, which was kind of cool to watch, but, you know, Mike Davis lost. Oh well, I got to pick wrong. Really good job by Ferris Ziam. And then we go to the fight of the night. Said Nurmagomedov versus Vinicius Oliveira. I cannot believe that they only landed 69 and 68 strikes each. It looked like they landed like 200 punches. This fight was crazy. I did go in there with a little bit of a, because hence the YouTube channel name, MMA Casual. I thought there was the relation to the Nurmagomedov, like to Khabib and Umar. There's not. His last name is just Nurmagomedov. I think he trains in Khabib's gym. But man, Vinicius Oliveira, when it was on the ground, it was Oliveira's game. When Nurmagomedov took him down, like, once, Oliveira was able to stand back up, do his thing, which was really cool to see. But yeah, of course, I picked Oliveira to win by decision. I was thinking about switching it before the fight. I was thinking about switching it and being like, I could see Nurmagomedov just putting too much of a pace on Oliveira. That was very true for the first round. I wrote down Oliveira had sick purple shorts. Those look really good. And honestly, so did these. I like the kind of the tear, like a lion scratched him. I really like those designs of the shorts. I said I can feel a robbery for Nurmagomedov. Gladly, this was probably like the only just good, completely correct scorecard of the entire card. First round, almost immediately, I can't believe there's no knockdowns. Said Nurmagomedov immediately came out pushing a hard pace. Like, if he carried that through 3 rounds, he would have finished him in the second. But throughout the fight, Nurmagomedov gassed, and then Oliveira also gassed and had like a broken rib due to this random, what did he have? I think I wrote it down. He had a condition. Yeah, Vinicius Oliveira's manager, Lucas Lutkus, told me, or he said Oliveira suffered a costochondritis 3 months ago and it got worse last week. That's an inflammation of the cartilage that connects the rib to the breastbone. Still went on to beat Said Nurmagomedov despite clear pain to the ribs immediately after the fight. Yeah, so props to him that he went out and he still won. Because that's difficult. But no, Said Nurmagomedov landed a beautiful spinning back kick that knocked down Oliveira, and I thought it was going to be over early. Because then He Oliveira. Oh, where am I? Oh yeah, Nurmagomedov was launching these leg kicks at Oliveira, like just shooting him. He with hard. He was it was hard power too. Um, and then he knocked him down. He knocked him down again. He landed a punch, and Oliveira went down again. Oh no, it wasn't. I lied. Um, the second knockdown was a head clash. Oliveira went down, but there still should be a knockdown because that spinning back fist was or spinning back kick was definitely a knockdown. Um, yeah. All Oliveira I poked Nurmagomedov and he took a couple minutes. They went back, and then that's when the headbutt happened. I honestly I said originally I kind of thought it might be a 10-8 for Nurmagomedov because the knockdown, total control in the first round. Like I said, if Oliveira didn't get that takedown right after that head clash, that would have been a 10-8 because he would have just done nothing the whole round, and that would have been I feel like, especially with the Nurmagomedov name, that probably would have been a 10-8, but you know. I said 10-9, almost 10-8. Oliveira came out really, really nice for the second round. He came out quick. He came out fast. And then but the live odds were like minus 425 for Nurmagomedov, plus 300 Oliveira. And I'm like, because you could see while they put up the live odds, Oliveira was coming out like Nurmagomedov was already tired. He was not gassed, but he was obviously tired, and Oliveira just kept pushing the pace. He's like, okay, you want to push a quick pace? Let's push a pace. You can't don't stop the pace now. I'll keep pushing this pace, and that's what won the fight. Yeah, no, the first 30-40 seconds, Oliveira was just landing all of his shots. And Nurmagomedov was missing. He was slower. And then. Yeah, Oliveira had great takedown defense this fight. He shot 5 takedowns this round. He stuffed 8 of 9 takedowns, and the only one he got was like right after the knockdown. Nurmagomedov, he just kept spinning, like he wouldn't connect on everything, but he would throw like a spinning back kick, spinning back fist, and it was like you only landed one thing. And now you're throwing 7, he'll probably kind of predict you're going for a spinning attack, so just chill out. Oliveira looked like he was getting pretty confident for a guy who was down on the scorecards up until the end of round 2. His hands were down, and he was like, oh yeah, this is my fight. But yeah, I said Saeed was starting to gas at around 2 minutes of round 2. He looked like he didn't want to be in there anymore. He looked like he could have... Well, yeah, no, he kind of looked like this looked like a watered down version of Shamil Gaziev versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Because if this would have went 5 rounds, Nurmagomedov would have been quitting on the dude like, brother, I can't breathe, I'm dying right now. Get me the pig lard from the back to drink. I don't know. The scrambles were really nice because these, even though they were gassed, the scrambles were still fast. I said at the end, it was 19-19 going into the third round. I said that if Nurmagomedov continues to not, because it was less tired. He was more tired in the third round. But the second round, he just kind of looked like he didn't care. And I said, you know, that would have been crazy if it came through. But I wrote down I could imagine another like Sopai-esque finish where Nurmagomedov's just walking away and he just bum rushes him and knees him and knocks him out cold. But he didn't. The third round was commentator, he was saying, you know, it could be 2-0 Nurmagomedov, it could be 1-1. I was like, what crack are you on? The round 2, like, did this, even though it's kind of close, it was not close. This was all Oliveira all around. And then start of the third round, the odds flipped. So now it was minus 425 for Oliveira. Just imagine you put money down on Oliveira when he was plus 300 live odds. That would have been crazy because I was looking at him like, how do you even? There's no, yeah, he won the first round, but like Oliver is he's starting the first round or the second round way better. He's obviously not tired, and Nurmagomedov is. Yeah, it should have. Oh yeah, at the end of the round, Nurmagomedov threw up a head kick, and it was weak. It wasn't a big head kick, but it like Oliveira didn't flinch. He didn't block it. He didn't flinch. It didn't even it hit him, and he just didn't move it. And he just smiled at him and was like, "This guy's scary. This dude is a real. He's a problem." I picked him against Ricky Simon because I believed that he would beat Ricky Simon. I picked him in this fight because I liked him more than Nurmagomedov. I liked Vinicius Oliveira a lot. He's really exciting. Like, this was fight of the night for sure. Yeah, he's a problem. I think he would beat a majority of the top 15. I think he beats guys 10 through 15. Unless there's someone I'm forgetting. This dude is like damn near Peyton Talbot without the fraud check. Like, he might get fraud checked by like, because I've seen some guys throw Cheeto, like his next fight, give him Cheeto Vera. It's like, that might be a step too far. I think Batista Vera is the one to make, but you could give him like a Montel Jackson. I think Jackson is ranked 15. He's on another long layoff. So at this point, you could probably give him that, and if Jackson can beat Oliveira, then he can actually get a fight up. But yeah, this was a good fight. Oliveira called out Umar. You're not getting Umar, buddy. Get to the back of the line. Umar's fighting fucking, I don't know, probably the winner of Cejudo Saddam. So Yadam, not Saddam. So yeah, good fight. Love Vinicius Oliveira. Great performance. Next fight. I don't even want to look at my notes for this. I'm not even looking. This was such a boring fight. I left halfway through the third round. The only thing I could say is that I think Jairzinho Rozenstruik is a fight away from being cut. I don't know what his contract looks like, but his last fight was boring. He won, but a super boring fight against Tuivasa, which was somehow a split. This was so boring. He only threw leg kicks for like if you look at target. Okay, so he's turning into such a boring fighter. He used to be like somewhat exciting. He'd be in exciting fights. How do you make a boring fight with Sergey Pavlovich? Pavlovich would throw a jab. He would touch the chin of Rozenstruik, and Rozenstruik would start doing the stanky like he looked like he's stuck on ice and he's falling, but he's not about to fall. He's like a cartoon character. That's what he looked like after pretty much every shot that Pavlovich threw at him. And Pavlovich threw a lot of shots. Pavlovich, don't get the misconception that he has a good ground game. I think Jairzinho Rozenstruik just has a horrible takedown defense and horrible stand-up. Almeida fought Rozenstruik, right? He finished him, didn't he? I think. Yeah, you can see why. Because, like, if they fought now, after what Almeida did to Spivak and Rozenstruik against Pavlovich, Almeida would probably get him out of there in about 40 seconds. Under a minute, for sure. I would put money on it. Pavlovich, I don't even know what you do with him, because this is not... Rozenstruik was already, obviously a plus 250 dog. I think you give Pavlovich, like... Maybe you run back the Blades fight? When Blades beats Kuniev? Maybe you give him the winner of that? Give him the winner of Blades and Kuniev. I don't know. He doesn't deserve to fight up after that, but you don't want him fighting like Spivak or Parkin or Tybura, because God forbid we have I think Tybura would honestly, I think he'd beat Pavlovich. Pavlovich is just, he's not the same guy he used to be. He's not, he's good, but, you know, he's scared. He's fighting scared. He doesn't want to get knocked out again, which, you know, you can't blame him, but yeah, decent win. He won. I'm more upset at Jairzinho Rosenstrike than I am at Pavlovich, so. And the co-main event. Why are you scrolling up so much? Michael. Oh, I picked up Pavlovich by first KO, by the way. This fight. Oh, he did land. Oh my god. I actually didn't watch the. I watched the first two, and I picked Michael Page to. I picked MVP to win by decision. And how was Shara Bullet that much of a favorite? Who's he beat? He's beat Armin Petrosian, which decent win, cool knockout, really cool knockout. He's beat Antonio Tricoli. He's beat Mikhail Olenjaychuk, close enough, and he beat Bruno Silva. Bruno Silva's washed. Antonio Tricoli is only in the UFC because he's dating Mackenzie Dern. Mikhail's not in the UFC anymore. Armin Petrosian is his only good win, and Petrosian was winning the fight until the KO. I didn't think Magomedov would ever get in range to KO MVP. MVP beat Holland, which, you know, you say now it's a bad win, or a win that's not, you know, not shocking. But Kevin Holland at welterweight is focused, because he was really good at welterweight. He just lost to good fighter. He lost to JDM. He lost to Michael Page. And then it's not MVP's fault that Ian Gary just happens to be like a really, really good fighter. So let me just turn that up a little bit. Yeah, I picked MVP to win a decision. Must have been 29-28, unless these are just lying. Yeah, good fight, really good. I wonder if he stays at welterweight, or I wonder if he stays at middleweight, or if he goes back down, because he should go down to welterweight, but he'll probably say, you know, I felt good at middleweight, I'll stick around for one more fight. And he will. I wouldn't even say he. I don't think this is a fraud check, because this was a. I don't know. This was difficult to. Yeah. I don't know what's next for Charbullet. Give him a can. I think he should be unranked. I think MVP should kick him out of the rankings. Michel Pereira keeps a spot, who just got his fight announced against Abus Magomedov. So there's that. Keep Pereira in the rankings. Kick Magomedov out. I don't think either of them should be ranked. I think Chris Curtis should still be ranked. And MVP should be ranked now. Or Roman Kopylov at this point should be ranked. Roman Kopylov should be ranked. But yeah, good win by Michael Page. Next one. Man, it's really tough to see Izzy go out like that. Man, that was rough. I actually didn't get to watch this fight because the stream was lagging. I have some comments though. Yeah, stream lagged. Good win by Imavov. He should. I'll get to Imavov later. Israel Adesanya is in a trouble spot, because he should not be fighting young up-and-comers. Like, he should not fight a Bahayo. If he gets offered Chimaev, never fight Chimaev. He shouldn't even be fighting guys like Hernandez. He shouldn't fight. Hernandez would take him down and he would finish him. Izzy's at this point where he probably shouldn't be in the top 5. Not now. He's second greatest middleweight of all time. Damn near first. I would argue first, because all of his wins are better than Anderson Silva's. Almost all of them. Hot take. Maybe he's gotta start rethinking that. I think I saw this comment. He picked the worst time, matchmaking wise, to start training with Robert Whittaker, because that's what I would have said. I would have said Bahio can fight, like, I don't know, the loser of DDP Strickland. Which I don't want to see him wait out that long, but I guess if he has to, he has to. And you have Adesanya fight Whitaker. Because at this point, just give him legacy fights. Don't feed him to young up-and-comers. We don't want to see him go on this huge downfall like Anderson Silva did. Because I know a lot of people don't like Israel Adesanya, and I do. I like Izzy. Imavov, I honestly kind of thought was a fraud. He proved me wrong. Fair play. I thought the Cannoneer... I'm getting ahead of myself. I've written all this down for a reason. I just wrote, he is cooked. Israel Adesanya is cooked. What's he going to do now? I don't know what he's going to do now. He has really not a lot of options. Because he's too small to move up. I think he gets chinned if he moves up. Against pretty much everybody in the top 10. Pereira chins him. Who else? Yuri chins him. Jamal Hill, maybe. I don't think Jamal Hill is that good either. Ankalaev, that might be a close fight. I think Ankalaev would win that. Blachowicz would be the same as the first fight. Who's 5? I'm trying to Rakic. I think he beats Rakic, but that's besides the point. I don't know where he goes after this, because I don't think he'll retire. I think he doesn't want to end on that loss. He wants to get a win. He'll fight like a bum probably, but it's got to be like he'll go and Ladies and gentlemen, we got some badass fights tonight. Main eventing the Apex Fight Night card. We got number 3 ranked Israel Adesanya. He is taking on Brad Tavares in this barn burner of a matchup. He'll probably they'll do, I don't know, maybe if Vettori beats Dolidze, they'll do Vettori versus Adesanya 3, the trilogy in the Apex. God, that would be awful. That's the most Apex fight ever. But yeah, don't know what he does next. How did Nasruddin Imavov go from having a close decision with Brendan Allen, who I don't think is very good, to knocking out Israel Adesanya? And I know styles make fights, but this is like a beyond that. And then I kind of found a pattern. You need to be careful of Nasruddin Imavov in even numbered rounds, because in his Cannoneer fight, he dropped the first round, came back and won the second, dropped the third, and then knocked Cannoneer out in the fourth. He won 2 and 4. He would have won 4 if he didn't finish him. And then in the Brendan Allen fight, he lost the first round to Brendan Allen. Round 1. He came back, won the second one, and if Brendan Allen had an IQ above 30, Brendan Allen would have won the fight. He would have beat Imavov. But he didn't. So that's the only reason. And then Izzy, again, first round, outstrikes him, outlands him, and then second round, even numbered round, Imavov takes over and he wins. Imavov can wait out for a title shot. I'll probably do a video on who fights who next. Imavov he's in line for a title shot. You beat Israel Adesanya, you get a title shot. That should be a no-brainer, unless Izzy. If Izzy fights Caio Bahio next and loses, and Bahio could probably get a title shot. Izzy's the type of guy where if you beat, you get a title shot. I don't think he'll turn into a gatekeeper, but I think you can beat Izzy, you get a title shot. Maybe not next fight, because I think this is the last guy who can beat Izzy to go to a title shot. Because Izzy's still ranked number 2. He'll probably drop below Chimaev. And then next weekend, when Strickland loses, Strickland will drop below Chimaev. Chimaev goes up to 1. Do you do the Strickland-Izzy rematch? Really? That's really a fight nobody wants to see. But yeah, Imavov, if he waits out, he'll get a title shot. I think he'll lose to either, but it is what it is. He said he wants to stay active though, so maybe I'll talk about fights to make later. I went 7 for 11 on the card. I got this wrong. I got that right. I got that right. I got Oliveira right. I got Feresiam wrong. I got Nemov, Gaziev, McKinney, Jasudavicius right, and then I got Bogdan Grad wrong. And then I should have gotten this because Pogues won, but I didn't. So where Yeah, okay. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching this first video. Appreciate it. I'm probably gonna be dropping more content soon because it's something I really like to do. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.